So, hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a few questions about the Relax Kids training. Tell me what got you into Relax Kids and yeah, tell me more.
Okay, it was quite a bizarre way of finding out about it, to be honest. Well, not really bizarre, but my friend Lorraine had been toying with the idea for about a year. She'd been using your CDs and books and things in her work, and I'd not heard of you. And we, by chance, came back to work together at the beginning of the year, and we were exchanging different courses we were doing, and we did a lot of mindfulness courses for children and things like that. And this one particular Sunday, she just said to me, "I'm really distracted. I just can't stop thinking about Relax Kids." And at that point, I was like, "Oh, what's Relax Kids?" She said, "Go away and Google and come back to me." So I did, and I found the website and YouTube and had a real good look around. And I just went back to her and said, "Oh, Lorraine, this is so you should do this. Just sign up, do it. Like, if you need any encouragement, like, I'm your girl. I will tell you that that's the right thing to do for you." And she said, "But what about you? Do you not want to do it with me?" And I was really like, "Oh, actually, I hadn't even thought about me." And I thought, actually, I'd love to do this, but I didn't want to step on her toes. So that's why I was being the supportive, "Oh, that's great," you know. And then we decided to do it together. So that's how it all came about. So, and your call was about 2 weeks after making that decision that we had with you. So
amazing. Yeah. So tell me what it's been like doing it alongside someone else. How has that been as a support?
It's been fantastic. I think Lorraine and I have worked together for years, so we have got that amazing connection. There's no competitiveness, it's very supportive both ways. So just knowing you had that other person to go, "Oh, I've just done this. What did you think of that? Oh, can you think how we could put that in a class?" Or and also all the inspirational talks that were on the training with all the other coaches. You know, we go, "Oh, have you listened to that one yet? Oh, no." And so it was just like that. And it felt very intense, because I think whenever you started to wind down, you might get a WhatsApp from Lorraine going, "Oh, have you done this?" So it was that. But then in a way, that was brilliant, because it was encouraging you to go, "Oh, I need to go and look at that now."
Yeah, so it's constantly in the forefront of your mind.
Yeah, it's been a very full-on few weeks of doing it, but really enjoyable, really enjoyable.
So
yeah.
Tell me what you enjoyed about the training in terms of, you know, did you do it in bite-sized pieces? Yeah, tell me about your training experience.
Yeah, I think initially you're just wanting to, it looks quite overwhelming. There's a lot of modules and you're thinking, "Oh, how am I ever going to get through all of these?" But yeah, breaking it down was definitely the key for me. The fact that I could do it as and when was amazing. So I found myself often in the evenings, you know, if there wasn't anything else going on family wise, I could go and just take myself off and really absorb it. And I think that was what helped me. If I'd have had a set time every day, it might not have worked so well. I think it was the fact it was just so accessible as and when I was in the mood, had the time, whatever, you know. It was just really good. And breaking it down was amazing. But then you'd get to the end of a module and you think, "Oh, I want to know the next one." And especially the 7 steps, it was funny, because I was like, I just want to know how this all works and how a class works. And so it was a really lovely way to learn. Really lovely.
Fantastic. And the coach, you mentioned the coach interviews before. Do you remember how many hours worth it's? I think it's 10. How many coach interviews? About 20?
There's a lot on there. Yeah, there's a lot. And I must admit, sometimes I'd be doing the module and think, "Oh, I haven't actually got time to listen." That was quite hard, just listening, as opposed to learning and writing your notes and things. So I found I kind of broke them down as well. So I'd be like, "Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go and find out a bit more about how that actually works now with the coaches." And there was the lady, I've forgotten her name, but she was amazing, the Scottish lady. Oh,
Was it Emma with
No,
blonde?
her name began with a P, or she was
Oh,
just,
Pauline.
oh, she was, I loved hers, absolutely loved hers. I was like, oh my goodness, I so need to be doing this. And it made so much sense. I mean, having worked with children for so many years, you could really relate to how she was explaining how she controlled her classes, and I just, yeah, but everyone was amazing, but hers really stood out to me because it was just putting it into practice, I suppose.
Yeah, that was the reason why we did those interviews, because all the coaches work in different areas. So one will work more with schools, another one with little ones, another one with teenagers, special needs, and so you can choose if you're particularly interested in this type of this area, then you can really hone and then do more research, and it may be that not all of them are relevant, but I remember interviewing these coaches and I kept wanting to say, please get your pen and paper out, there's gold here, there's so much.
And it's so true. That's why it was so important to, when you're watching those, to actually be in the mood to be able to take that in, rather than go just ticking a box. There's no point, and I think we all know that as adults, there's no point ticking a box. We're here because we want to be here, so I've got to make that count. And and all the ones that were talking about their wellness centres and how big they'd gone with different things, and it really gives you food for thought, and you're thinking, oh, this is so exciting. I honestly, Moneta, Lorraine and I have been bubbling over.
So amazing. And so what next? Where are you now in your journey?
Well, so we are both now certified. We've uploaded everything we needed to. So we've ordered things from the shop. So that was really exciting to get a bit more sort of resources. Both of us work in the same school. So the school have been really supportive. So we ran all our 4 classes in school with 30 children, which was very brave, I'm going to say, but brilliant. It was such a good learning curve. And the head teachers now want us to do healthy weeks. So we're doing healthy week all for free, but just to put ourselves out there a bit and let the parents realise what we are, going to be about. And
get experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually we've only got 15-minute slots. So we're planning a tiny little session surrounding essentially, actually running the 4 classes showed us what kids really get the most out of, which sections they get the most out of to begin with. So the meerkat and the owl is just so important. And then the breathing, they all love the breathe, so it's been helpful to help plan these sessions. So we're doing that, and then then the plan is over the summer just to kind of get our stuff together, so we're ready to launch ourselves in September and approach schools then to really push ourselves. Amazing.
And are you going to do this together? Are you going to be the business together, or are you going to go separately?
No, we at the moment, I think we've both got, I've also got a one-to-one that has approached me, again doing it for free, but lovely experience. She's got trouble with anxiety and sleeping, so that's great. So I'm going to have a go at that and see how I get on. And Lorraine has equally got one of those as well. So although we will have the odd thing that's separate, I think essentially we both see ourselves in the community together, being that sort of vision to parents that yes, we do this together. And
what's your big dream? Would you both like a hub like some of the other coaches?
It's so funny. We do. We were like, this is amazing. And I think Lorraine and I both love learning. We are constantly wanting to learn something new, not get bored easily, but want to make a difference and want to learn things that are going to actually help our younger generation. To do that would be a dream. But we've contacted the council. They've been extremely supportive, and they've given us lots of links to different clubs and youth groups and things like that. But until we're 100% knowing what we are going to offer, we haven't kind of explored that, but that will happen over the next few months. I think we need to just breathe for a moment and go, look how far we've come now. 2 months ago we were just
2 months.
So it was the beginning of April was when I think we first spoke to you, it was the Easter holidays, and then we just signed up immediately. So yeah, it feels a bit of a whirlwind, but it feels like it's meant to be.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes, a lot of people say that it's like they can't get it out of their mind until they just need to do it. So yeah,
no,
to some,
definitely.
They've just known about it for years, and then when the time is right, then they take it. So what would you say to someone who's been sitting on the fence for a couple of years or a couple of months and just thinking, oh, shall I? Is it for me? I'm not sure if I've got confidence. I don't know whether I should do it. What would be your advice?
I would just say it's really difficult, because equally I get that, because actually if I was approaching this on my own, I would have felt very similar to that. But actually having Lorraine, and I think she'd agree with me, I know she's not here to speak for herself, but she would say, yeah, having you to, like, so when she was having a down day or I was having it, you just lift one another up. But saying that, it is the best thing we've both done for a long time, and we both want to leave this world knowing we've made a difference, and we think this is the way we're going to do that, and just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And actually I think just having links with just the community schools, if you've got other parents, you know, just talk about it, get some feedback and see what people are after, because it is a massive need right now, especially now, you know. So I think it's been there a long time, be wrong, but really see it in the classroom now, you know, and that's where we can see why this is needed, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
thank you. Oh, amazing, Michelle. Thank you so much. I think we're breaking up a little bit, so I'll just end the recording there. Thank you.